Tycoon games are getting a fresh wave of upcoming releases, with deeper management systems and more detailed simulation. These titles focus on building, planning, and growing your own business or empire with greater control and new gameplay ideas. Let's get into it.
Hundreds of years after humanity took to the stars, the galaxy became a place.
Stellar Trader puts you in charge of a space trading career where buying, selling, and negotiation drive progress across a large interstellar economy. You start with a small freighter and upgrade to larger ships with customizable crews, modules, and systems while handling long-distance travel, pirates, and hazards. Trade reacts to supply and demand, letting you profit from shortages or manage regions. You can build stations, manage production chains, influence politics, and take part in character-driven activities.
Define the galactic future. If you can command the stars, what will you make of the universe?
You want to pave paradise and put up a car park?
Car Park Capital puts you in control of designing and managing large parking spaces while turning small towns into car-focused areas. You buy land, remove buildings, and create parking layouts using flexible construction tools. Citizens react to your decisions, and you can read their thoughts to adjust plans. Systems track traffic, pricing, and public response, while propaganda tools and events help manage protests and keep control as your parking network expands.
Citizens will embrace the automotive future. And in return, they'll gladly pay a fair contribution for your profit. Nation's freedom. All you have to do is wishlist Aquapark Capital on
Fever 3 First Look. In the previous video, we gave you an overview of how infrastructure choices give you the ability.
Transport Fever 3 puts you in control of building and managing a transport network across land, sea, and air over more than a century of development. You plan routes, move passengers and cargo, and balance income against maintenance and expansion costs. Cities and industries change based on your network, requiring constant adjustments. Systems include traffic management, data analysis, and vehicle control, with options for campaigns, sandbox play, and custom maps using editing and mod tools.
Your empire is in need of a cash injection. First things first, let's get our headquarters built. Not only will this building create a splendid scenic feature for any region, it also provides a significant benefit to the local town. More on that in a moment. Every citizen in a town has their own life to lead. They live in residential properties, go to work in industrial zones, and shop in commercial districts. If you don't provide the transport options they need to fulfill their movement needs, they'll either try to use a closer target building or use a car to travel. Your town's growth is fueled in the same way it has always been, through the supply of people and cargo, but the way in which your towns grow is now quite different. Every delivered person or item of cargo adds to the town's experience points. Once a town reaches its expansion target, it will hit the next growth level, ranging from small hamlet to large metropolis. Sounds easy, right? The problem is that as a town's requirements increase, so do the chances that problems will start to occur. Problems which, if left unchecked, will slow growth down to a crawl. The town has several different ratings where it measures your performance. One such area is the town's citizens' happiness. Keep your passengers waiting for too long and the grumbles will be very clear. Building faster routes, expanding capacity, or simply more comfortable services may go some way to mitigate these problems. The same story is true when it comes to cargo deliveries. Overdue deliveries not only pay less, but they'll drag growth down with them. Fail to supply industrial goods, and you'll have a much larger commercial and residential population. Maybe you'll use this to your advantage and create centres of commerce or industrial powerhouses. As your towns grow, so will the problems. A larger population leads to a blight of traffic build-up. For every step forward you make in town size, you'll want to look back at the network you're currently offering to look for optimization and expansion opportunities. But beware, every expansion to fix one rating must be balanced carefully, as its side effects may push down other ratings, noise emissions for example. Of course, towns only really care about noise in residential areas, so perhaps the solution is to install your commuter black hole of a station within your industrial district. Vehicles and infrastructure also create pollution, another town rating you'll be needing to watch closely. Instead of the focus being purely on the suburban area itself, the entire region surrounding a town is affected by pollution. The town's municipality extends beyond the built-up area into the countryside. Building your impressive cargo transfer hub outside city limits might not create a noise problem, but it will still add pollution that will be noticed by the local population. You might think that forest on the very edge of the city's municipal area is fair game for a new airport construction, but they'll notice. They always notice. The good news is that positive influences also apply on a region-wide basis. That headquarters that we placed at the beginning of the video, that's giving a small growth perk to the municipality, and you can expand its benefits with side buildings and facilities that will be earned when you move up the ranks as a company owner. The same is true of unique landmark buildings that you will unlock, which, when completed, will bring clear benefits to the municipality they reside in. Infrastructure and transport for Eva 3 can be very expensive to build and maintain, so you'll need to spend your money wisely. Even when you've mastered the economy, however, you will rarely create a route that can be described as fire and forget. Instead, you'll want to revisit older lines frequently, especially when they're in a growing town, and balance them delicately to optimize all the town ratings together. Whether your focus is on one small town or the entire game world, you set the rules so that the game challenges you in a way you'll thoroughly enjoy on your way to becoming a true transport tycoon. Thank you very much for watching. We hope to see you again.
There's a place, the Corroding region. Massive ridges stretching between three valleys.
Above the Snow puts you in charge of managing an alpine resort where you handle guests, staff, and daily operations during harsh winter conditions. You assign tasks based on worker abilities, manage resources, and keep visitors satisfied with facilities and services. Trail building lets you design routes suited to different skill levels while handling risks and rescue tasks. Systems include time management, equipment control, and event handling, along with character-driven stories and optional endless play mode.
Places in those vast, dreamy lands.
Aquapark Tycoon puts you in charge of building and managing a water park with customizable slides, pools, and sauna areas. You design layouts, adjust features like depth and temperature, and create attractions for different guest types. Guest needs change based on preferences, so you must balance thrill rides and relaxation areas. Management systems include staff hiring, maintenance, and park operations, with support for cooperative play and scenarios that test planning under different conditions.
Pioneer, time to join the great galactic expansion.
SpaceCraft lets you explore a large galaxy while managing resource gathering, shipbuilding, and interplanetary logistics. You pilot ships across systems, scan planets, and mine materials to craft parts or trade in a player-driven economy where prices react to activity. Ships can be designed using modular components or blueprints, affecting performance. You can build planetary bases, automate production with drones and cargo routes, and work with others through corporations to manage larger operations.
The shared vision of Sun will change the galaxy for all. Strive to leave your mark on the new star.
Musgro Farm assigns you control of an automated farming system where crops grow over time and move through production chains for processing and sale. Fields, buildings, and vehicles work together, requiring careful balance to avoid bottlenecks in the supply chain. Progress unlocks new crops, recipes, and technologies, increasing complexity. Layout planning and upgrades improve efficiency, allowing expansion into a larger network driven by automation and continuous resource flow. Food Truck Empire builds around managing a growing food truck business where dish creation and production systems drive progress. Ingredients are combined into recipes, then processed through automated setups inside each truck to serve customers efficiently. Trucks can be customized and expanded, while new technologies unlock equipment and cooking methods. Customer groups have different preferences based on location and time, requiring adjustments in menu, layout, and operations to maintain demand and support business growth. Ore Factory Squad runs as a mining and factory system where you extract resources, process them, and build production chains for profit. Underground areas generate different layouts each time, allowing free digging with tools that improve over time. Extracted materials move through machines connected by conveyors, forming automated workflows. Properties vary in resource value and layout, while contracts require specific outputs. Logistics, upgrades, and cooperative play support scaling operations into larger industrial setups. Midwest 90 Rapid City combines restaurant management with defensive systems during repeated monster attacks. You prepare dishes using monster meat, set menus with different effects, and manage staff and resources to keep the business running. Outside the diner, traps and defenses are placed to stop incoming threats. Decisions affect profit and city stability, while research unlocks new recipes. A narrative system introduces characters and events that influence how operations develop over time. Corp runs as a mining and management system where tunnels are built to locate resources and workers are assigned to extract and transport them through underground networks. Ore is moved by carts to warehouses, then delivered to factories using carriage routes that require planning to avoid congestion. Production chains convert raw materials into goods for cities, while completing orders improves access to new facilities. A governance system tracks performance based on delivery, efficiency, and resource management. Nivalis takes place in a cyberpunk city where you manage small businesses and daily activities while building income and connections. You start with simple setups like food stalls, then expand into restaurants or nightclubs with management systems for supplies and operations. The city runs on a day and night cycle with changing conditions, affecting routines and opportunities. Activities include fishing, housing, customization, and interacting with characters whose stories influence how your life and business develop.
Every day in Nivalis, you have to make a choice. You gotta lift people up, or you gotta step on them. Won't always be a matter of right and wrong, but you gotta choose. That's all. Gone, kid. I'm already gone.
Well, to start, we should get this place open for the day. You'll need to place tables and chairs for customers. There should be a few in storage. Then you should set today's menu. Click on the monitor at the venue. I can't wait to see what you choose.
Good morning, boss. I didn't think old Thaddeus would ever persuade anyone to take this place on. Considering... no, nothing. It's fine. It's all probably fine.
The heart of Nivalis. It's a magnificent amount of plasteel holding all of it together. The relationship matrix is a visual display of a human or android's emotional response to your words and actions.
There's more to the Nivalis oceans than sentient slime, jump hovers, and ancient godlike AIs that lie dream dark dreams.
You are the regional assistant manager of your own destiny.
Hello, Nixies Pixies! I am once again coming to you from Meridian Market.
Are you gonna ask me about Mold?
Let's Build the Dungeon runs as a studio management system where you hire staff, assign roles, and handle development tasks to create an online role-playing game. Teams produce assets, mechanics, and content, while schedules, marketing, and finances require constant planning. The game world is built using quests, environments, and systems that react to player behavior. Virtual players interact in real time, and their engagement affects revenue, requiring adjustments to design, balance, and content updates.
Staff and navigating the entire games industry. Campaign mode offers a window into our jobs as game developers. If you're more interested in building an RPG world than a game studio, you can play the creative-focused Just Build mode. We've stripped away the management elements to deliver a streamlined experience focused on the joy of creation. Playing alone or with friends, draw from a deck of development cards and vote for your next unlock as you try to build the greatest RPG you can with the hand you're dealt. Of course, some players want complete creative control, so we're giving full access to all of our game-making tools in creative mode, without any studio management gameplay and everything unlocked from the very start. You can build anything you like. A cozy farming sim, a brutal enemy dungeon crawler, or try mixing genres together to create something unique. You can upload the games you make for others to experience in Dungeoneering mode. This is where you'll find games made by other players and developers like us at Spring Loaded. You can download and play any of these experiences, and they might even give you inspiration for your own games. Okay, so that's a brief summary of Let's Build a Dungeon. It's a management sim, a world builder, a game creation engine, and a commentary on the games industry. Any questions?
The Guild Europa. 1410 places you in medieval society where business management, politics, and social relationships determine your rise in status. You choose a profession, run production and trade systems, and expand wealth through different economic paths. Influence grows through political roles, alliances, and actions like bribery or blackmail. Family systems track succession and long-term legacy, while alternative paths include crime or law enforcement, each affecting how your position develops within the city.
But I decided to uphold the law. The town flourished with culture and business. But not everyone played fair. In the most unlikely of situations, I fell in love. Over the years, I secured my succession. And my hard work paid off. But times were not always good. War and famine brought hardship. And hardship brought back my old enemy. I learned that politics is a dirty game, and even small crooks can become powerful. But I've always wanted justice. Which path will you choose?
Starminer builds around managing a space mining fleet where ships extract minerals from asteroids and process them for profit or expansion. Fleet design uses modular systems that affect size, power, and efficiency, allowing different approaches from small vessels to large stations. Mining activity increases threat levels, requiring warships and defenses to protect operations. Research unlocks new modules and access to additional sectors, while real-time movement and physics influence navigation and combat decisions.